So if you stumbled upon this video and you're a first-time father in his first year, I think this video can help you. I'm a father of three, and I've gone through the first year of fatherhood 3 times. And I know the mental anguish it can have on the mind. And I know when I went through it, I had questions that I sometimes kept to myself and would never address internally. And it made fatherhood a lot more difficult. 5 years into my fatherhood journey now, I have a 5-year-old son, a 3-year-old daughter, and just recently a almost 1-year-old daughter now. And I think at this point in my life, I have the experience, I have the maturity, and I have the time to make these videos addressing some of those questions that I think can really help a new dad out there who is struggling in their first year. So why won't they sleep longer stretches? The short answer is because they're growing, right? And they're changing, and their nervous system is constantly evolving, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. I've always been good at math. Math was a subject I excelled in. It was a subject that my parents, made sure I excelled in. And when I first had my son, I looked at sleep like a mathematical problem that I tried to optimize everything for more sleep, whether it was, the sound machine and bath time before bed and, putting some weight on the sleep sack. I tried everything. And the first time I was a dad, it worked. And then it didn't, right? For my third child, who just turned 1 this week, she didn't sleep that well. And I caught myself one day just going on my phone and just looking at the stages, right? The weekly stages of sleep, when it would get better. And then I caught myself and I said, you know what? I've been through this before. None of this is going to help, right? Because with my first child, I tried it all, and I obsessed over everything, and I tried to optimize everything. And if you're a new dad out there who's struggling with sleep, you just have to realize that every baby's different. And you might get lucky, like me that first time around. Or you might get very unlucky, like me this last time around. But there's only so much you can do. And that's the hard part to accept. That, for once in your life, you can't control your own sleep. And you can't control your baby, and eventually when they grow up, you won't be able to control them either, right? When they're out of the house. So yeah, it's funny, in life you try to just solve everything, right? And the frustration for me grew. This last time around, I just it never gets easier, the lack of sleep. It never gets easier. And you can go stir crazy trying to get a few extra hours of sleep and realize that something bigger is going on inside of them that changes every day. And if that many if you were changing every day, if you had new things added to your life every day, would you be able to sleep well? Even at this point in my life, I don't know if I would, right? And they're just freshly out of the womb, right? So why would we expect a baby to act differently? And so if you're a new dad out there, just know that I get a full night's rest now, and I'm grateful for that. But the only thing that I could do to fix that, the only thing that I did to get to this point was wait, let time take its course, right? Those initial months of just that lack of sleep, and the gassiness and the wake ups, and that's just part of it, man. And I wish I knew that the first time, and the second time, and even the third time, right? Because I constantly, this last time around, just kept checking my phone and kept trying to see when things would get better, and I just didn't have, you just have to wait. You just have to have patience. Um, yeah, and for once, just relinquish a little bit of control in your life. Get used to that, because yeah, that's almost a formality, right? You're never gonna have control over your kids, and that lack of sleep is an early reminder. So hang in there, and try your best to enjoy it. Take naps during the day if you have to. Take turns with your wife during the night duty. Just try to survive, right? Nothing else you can do. Nothing else you can do.